احنا كتبناه
بالظبط 2 ارجع 7 ونص 8 ونص
بالضبط. اوكي every week Saturday, Monday, Wednesday 7:30 to 9:30 to 8:30. Okay? طيب, today is Tuesday. Today we want to continue our last class. We were talking about current. إذا بتتذكروا بس هيك quick revision. قلنا what is meant by current. قلنا current is a flow of charge per time, rate of flow of charge over time. قلنا طب what does the charge represents؟ قلنا هي electrons. So if you know how many electrons are there times the charge of one electron, then this is the charge. بعدين قلنا what do we need for the current to pass? قلنا we need voltage or we need a closed circuit أو and closed circuit. This is what do we need. قلنا we need energy like cell power supply كل هاي الأشياء. طيب بعدين قلنا what controls the current in a resistance all what controls the current in a circuit? The answer is the resistance. Define resistance قلنا voltage over current or potential difference over current. وقلنا يلي جايين voltage و potential difference both are one thing. They are the same. ما في مشكلة. قلنا طيب هلا today let me بس هيك introduce some new concepts. بنقول في عنا شيء اسمه EMF. What is meant by EMF? EMF هي electromotive force. هذا اختصار لإيش؟ بس what is it؟ بنقول it is the amount of energy per unit charge supplied by a cell to push 1 coulomb throughout the whole circuit. يعني شوفوا أقول لكم I know that it's not very clear. It's a definition you need to memorize it. Unfortunately, there are very little parts in physics that we need to memorize. هذا one of them. بالحقيقة voltage و EMF و potential difference, all of them are the same in our syllabus. In real life they are not. Okay? In our syllabus they are the same. فهير خلاص الفولتج يعني if I ask you calculate the voltage أو calculate the potential difference أو calculate the EMF كله نفس الطريقة. It's the same method. Okay? بس هذا الديفينيشن مطلوب منا نعرفه. يعني مطلوب تعرف إنه ال 1 فولت هي 1 جول per column. لأنه ال EMF is the volt. فالفولت هي energy per unit charge. فجول per column. let me ask you this question. تخيل سؤال question. A cell has EMF equals 6 volt. What does this mean? هذا سؤال external. What does this mean? The answer is simple. The answer is just like this. It means that the cell, هيدا أكتب هون answer. The cell supplies means gives 6 joules, 6 volt, for 6 joules for every column to push 1 column throughout the circuit. Okay? This is what do you mean by This is what we mean by EMF. Okay? Last thing before we start, هذا كله يعني أنا بسميه introduction. In fact, it's not introduction, كله required. بس just because we want to understand these concepts before we go deep in physics, بنقول الpower in general هي energy over time. This is in general, right? If the power is energy over time, and from the definition here, voltage هو energy over charge، صح؟ مش energy per unit charge، مظبوط؟ فالvoltage energy per unit charge إذا الenergy هي voltage times charge. Just put it there. بتصير power equal V times Q over T. Q over T, this is current. So P equal I times V. This is the equation that we'll use it for the power, but not any power. This is in general, يعني any kind of power is energy over time. But if you want the electric...
الحصة وين تكون على اليوتيوب؟
موجودة على اليوتيوب. This is electric power, okay? Electric power. فالelectric power لو جايين معي انت
استاذ امان.
اوكي واضح فاهم شو عم نعمله؟ يعني
بس مش كثير لانه الحصه الماضيه انا ما حضرتها.
اوكي بس هذا ملوش دخل في الحصه الماضيه، وانا حطيت الحصه الماضيه على يوتيوب تقدر تحضريها. اوكي؟ بعثت لكم اللينك هناك.
ماشي شكرا.
اوكي. فباور ايكوال current times power equal current times voltage. هذا هذا هيك بس بشكل سريع. If I ask you to find the power you do this. خلينا بس نشوف هون حذيفة داخل في اسمين. طلع كويس. Okay. Now this question, let me just explain it هيك in a way. نقول a lamp is labeled by 12 volt 36 watt. What حذيفة انت فايت في اكونت تاني يا حبيبي. لازم تلغي واحد رح يصير عندك هلا لاج. Labeled by 12 volt 36 watt. What do these figures mean? يعني what do you mean by 12 volt? Do you think that you know يا لجين تعرف ايش يعني 12 volt? Do you know what is meant by 12 volt? شو يعني؟ يعني it's labeled هاي اللامب is labeled by 12 volt. What does this mean? Do you think that you know?
لا صح.
Okay. The 12 volt it means مش it has 12 volt. لا. It means it needs 12 volt to operate normally. This is what do you mean by 12 volt. فلما اقول لك هذا الديفايس is labeled by 200 volt معناته it needs 200 volt to operate normally. طب what will happen if I give it less than 200 volt? You know what will happen? إذا less than it will not work normally. If we're talking about شو اسمه? If we're talking about لحظة بس هذول جننوني يا بي حذيفة. هذا حذيفة ولا بقرأ ولا أي مسج، يعني بتعطيه أنت نفس الإشي ضل يسأل. طيب شو كنا نحكي؟ it's labeled by 12 volt. If you give it less than 12 volt, if you give it 10 volt, it will work but not normal. Yeah, it will not be very bright. And if you give it more than 12 volt, ممكن يخرب، ممكن it may burn. هلا if you give it less than 12 volt, maybe it will not burn, but it will not work normally. So you need to understand when he says it is labeled by these numbers, what do we mean by this? It means this is the needed voltage, not necessarily to be given this voltage, because the voltage given only 6 volt. معناته راح يكون only dim, it will not be very bright. Okay? Now, what do you mean by 36 watt? 36 watt means no, it will consume 36 joules every second if it is operated normally. This is what do we mean by this? Okay. طيب هلا هيك بنكون احنا يعني we're done من simple introduction. هلا بدنا نفوت في الديتيلز تبعت هاي الانترودكشن، ما نخوضش بالديتيلز. هلا بدنا نسأل if I have a resistance wire, what factors affecting the resistance of a resistance wire? خلينا نعمل هنا factors
الو
اهلا يا حبيبي.
عمر
مين دخل؟
قد ايه استاذ راح علي؟
احنا قلنا ربع ساعة بس انا عم بسجله، يعني ان شاء الله اللي راح عليك تقدر تشوفه. Factors affecting the resistance of a wire. What factors affecting the resistance of a wire? هلا make sure طلعوا بس please، هذا مهم كثير. If we have a battery here, if we have a lamp here, and here there are two resistors, even if I have here an ammeter, if I have here a switch, when we say the resistance equal خلينا نقول 10 ohm, we mean the resistance of the lamp 10 ohm بس, that's all. فهذا الواير we consider that it has no resistance. This wire we consider that it has no resistance. This wire.
انت سامعني؟
نعم يا حبيبي.
سامعني؟
سامع.
خلص تمام.
Okay. all of these like wires they don't have resistance. احنا بالreal life they have, بس احنا we consider them that they don't have. And this is our syllabus. Even the battery, it has some resistance. احنا we consider that it has no resistance. Even the ammeter, we consider that doesn't affect the circuit, it has no resistance. The resistance is only for the lamp. If you have 2 lamps, if you have 3 lamps, whatever, any electric device, and if you have radio, TV, laptop, all of these devices they have the resistance. Others they don't have resistance. احنا بالنسبة لنا الكيبلز، السويتشز، الباتريز، الاميترز، هذول they don't have resistance. Okay حبايبي؟ بس again in real life they have very little resistance, but we can ignore it in our physics. Okay. طيب. Here look to my question. No, the factors affecting the resistance of a wire. طب ما هلا قلت لنا استاذ انه الواير ما له ريزيستنس. عشان هيك بدي اياك تعرف which type of wires I mean هذا اللامب this lamp مش if you look inside it بتلاقي فيه هيك واير هيك صغير عامل هيك وبقى صح؟ this lamp هذا الواير اللي هو inside the lamp it has a resistance. احنا we're talking about this wire. عشان هيك شو بدي اعمل؟ I want to change my statement اكتب مش of a wire بدي اكتب of a resistance wire. يعني this is certain type of wires that we are talking about. Okay. Now the question is what factors affecting the resistance of this wire? أول شيء the first thing affecting it أول شيء بنقول the type of the material. Here there is no calculation, but surely a wire is made out of copper will be different than made out of iron. Okay? The resistance will differ. Second thing, 2. What other factors affecting the resistance? 2. The length of wire. What do you mean by this? كيف how the length of wire affect the resistance.
كل ما زاد اللينث بالريزيستنس بتزيد.
بالضبط. عشان هيك أنا I write here between bracket here I write directly. ودائما بقول لطلابي بقول لهم remember the idea of a tunnel. If there is a tunnel here تخيل إنه هون في tunnel and you want to pass through the tunnel. If the tunnel was only 1 meter length or it was 10 meter length, which one is harder to pass through? The 1 meter or the 10 meter? 10. معناته the longer has more resistance, harder, more resistance. Okay? And remember it's not only, يعني we can use it directly proportional. فبنقول resistance proportional to length. So we write if the length has been doubled, then the resistance also will be doubled. And if the length has been halved, then the resistance also will be halved. This is the second thing affect the resistance of a wire. Third thing, 3. The cross-sectional area. Cross-sectional area. What do we mean by cross-sectional area? We mean by this.
Diameter of the wire.
لا, diameter غير عن cross-sectional area. Cross-sectional area means the area of cross-section يعني this area. هون. مش هيك الكيبل. I'm talking about this area هون.
شو الكروس سكشن؟ مش indirect proportion.
ايوه بسموهاش indirect بسموها inversely وبحلوها هيك بيقولوا R inversely هيك inversely. يعني this means if the cross-sectional area has been doubled then the resistance will be halved. And also if the and I keep checking بس الواتساب لأنه ممكن يكون حدا مش عارف كيف يدخل. If the cross-section area was halved, then the resistance will be doubled. And the last thing that affects the resistance is the diameter. تخيل يا عمر diameter. طيب ما هو استاذ ما انت قلت الديامتر مش هو same as the cross section area. No.
Yes.
لكن شو الفرق بيناتهم؟ اسمعوني بليز. بنقول The cross section area is inversely. The diameter is inverse square. What does this mean? Inverse square. Inverse square means we write it this way, R inversely hey, to diameter بس square. يعني if the diameter has been doubled, then the resistance will be divided by لأنها inverse بس مش divided by 2 لكان divided by 2 square يعني divided by 4 it will be 4 times smaller.
تمام.
And if the diameter, let's say it has multiplied by 3, then the resistance will be divided by 9 لأنه divide by 3 square مش divide by 6, divide by 3 square. طب if the diameter was divided by 2, if the resistance was divided by 2, then the resistance will be multiplied by 2 squared and multiplied by 4. I will give you an equation that helps you to solve any problem. وبالحقيقة أنا بعت لكم problem صعب كتير موجودة ب 2010. Did you print it out أو معكم
معنا إياها أستاذ.
أوكي. هذا السؤال صعب كتير. حليتوه من قبل؟
لا.
طيب. راح نحله مع بعض إن شاء الله بس let me tell you what are the equations there that we may use it. طبعا نقول if I have 2 wires دائما هو بيكون في 2 wires. If I have 2 wires and I want to see the relation between these 2 wires if they are made of the same material. I can't do this unless if they are made of the same material. وكل questions in our syllabus they are made of the same material. In higher level they may be of different material في grade 11 بس هلا so far our questions will be included only 2 wires made of the same material but one longer, one thicker and so on. So what is the relation? طلعوا بنقول the resistance of the first wire multiplied by the cross-sectional area of the first wire divided by the length of the first wire should be the same as resistance of second wire times cross-sectional area of second wire times length of second wire. And as a ratio, these two, they have to be the same always and always for 2 wires made of the same material. طيب what if he gave us the diameter؟ إذا أعطانا الديامتر بتتغير القصة بتكتب هيك إذا or the resistance of the first one multiplied by the first diameter بس شو بتعمل؟ تعمل له squaring divided by L1 equal R2 times diameter 2 تعمل له squaring over length 2. Let me give you a question من عقلي وبعدين
أستاذ.
نعم.
التقوا امتحانات ميجون.
التقوا امتحانات ميجون؟
جد بتحكي؟ روح على الجروب شوف هلا بعت من كامبريدج. رجع. راح يصير كل
GSE ولا IGTSE؟
كله IG كل العالم. لا جد تحكي؟
مو بس GCSE؟
كيف راح يكون
Updates from May June international exams. The situation with COVID outbreak is changing rapidly. In recent days, many more countries have decided to extend school closures into May and June, making it impossible for many schools. We have been consulting closely with the global community of school. We need a much مش عارف إيش ensure. Today, therefore, we have taken the difficult decision not to run our international examination in May-June series in any country. This includes Cambridge IGCSE, Cambridge O-Level, Cambridge I-Level كلياته.
وراح يروح كله يصير تقديري يبقى يعمل estimation.
لا وين estimation؟ خلص لغوه.
شو estimation November؟
This will ensure students will not face. We will provide guidance to schools on how students will receive those grades. We are talking to universe worldwide and they are factoring these unprecedented circumstances into decision so students can continue with their education journey as soon as possible. We are also aware of the impact the situation may have on student motivation and learning. Many schools, we will provide you an update on Tuesday, Thursday 26th and regular as possible. Schools need clear guidance very soon. We are working. مش معروف شو يعني ما في exams بس كيف ايش what's next مش مبين. طيب هلا بكل الأحوال نكمل حصتنا إحنا وبعدين نشوف شو رح يصير. شو رأيكم؟ ولا بدكم توقفوا خلص بعدين نشوف شو بصير؟
بس ما أظنش إني رح أقدر أركز.
طيب خلص بنوقف معناته هلا وبنشوف بعدين شو رح يصير. أوكي يا حبايبي يعطيكم العافية.
قولي النوتس اللي هلا أنت لساتك كاتبها أستاذ لو سمحت.
إيش هي مالها؟
بس بدي أقول اللي على
بنقولها.